Hi, we're here for Michelle. Thank you so much for being my muse, for holding space for me to share my insights, and allowing me to be a guest in your aura. Thank you for stepping forward to request a personal. And here's your Inkblot made in your name and essence. You can take a screenshot. I'm not sure if all the coloring comes through well, but nonetheless, you know the drill. I'm going to take a moment. You're welcome to join me to close the eyes, cleansing the palette of perception, releasing the race and the rush, activating the abstract mind and ancient awareness to perceive and receive symbolic support. Let's go. Thank you as always. You know the drill as well, to see, sense, and feel for yourself first versus my yammerings, but I appreciate the space. Okay, so I'm seeing tears. I also have a poker hand here that we'll take a look at. Seeing tears. Do you know who I'm seeing? I don't know her name, but I think it's like a newer movie based on the character of like maybe Joker's girlfriend or something like that. Like she's this spicy woman. I don't know if she's a villain or a superhero. I don't think that's the point. I feel like, without having seen this movie,
turn it off.
But her character stepping forward is like at the seed of it, there's something about love. And maybe there's this character, this makeup I've been having to go through to stay strong, to stay tough, to survive. And I'm shifting gears into thrival. But I'd like to thrive at the seed core of the hurt, of the hidden within me. That's okay. These tears I'm seeing, is it Charlie Brown or Snoopy crying? And I think it's just more of like the way like the tears are falling out to the side. I'm seeing watercolor. Watercolor witches or warlocks. So it's kind of actually, it's not witches or warlocks. It's giving me wizard vibes. And it's like there's such a intelligence, an emotional intelligence in play. And it's sparking me to go to your notes here when I was preparing for your ink and then doing your ink. So what came through? Receiver release. Church, religion, faith. Just something along that line. A perfume bottle that has like a beach smell. It brought me to my sister who's like an athlete. I think she's a gym teacher now. Cool water. So that smell. Volleyball came through. Gentle, passion, power, and purity. As well, we have tomboy ? Class clown, or I just felt like this humor that was always present with me. Casual competition, something about organ, and sisterhood of the traveling pants. So there we go. Sisterhood of the traveling pants. And maybe that's important. You know, like, I don't know how else to say that. I don't know. Sisterhood of the traveling pants. Okay. I'm going to keep going here.
Peaceful.
It is peaceful. It's like once I've moved through whatever that character's name is, and I really don't think it's the point, but she looks very fun and very colorful, but yet something is subdued within myself. Maybe you express yourself in a subdued way, and internally that character or something along that lines, like that inspiration may exist. There's something foggy, and there's somebody from spirit that's stepping forward, but they come through gray. They're down here at the bottom. They step forward in the gray. See if I can bring this up for you. Can you do it? Here we go. And it's almost like, see, and even in that superhero villain, I'm seeing like Batman, but really it's like Moth. There's like a legend of Mothman or something like that, and I would see like red eyes. I don't know what's going on, so I'm not going to try and place it because I'm not sure if it's something in the past, in the recent past. Somebody did, I don't want to say somebody did, but something happened. And for a little while, I'm just going to say how I'm feeling. It's like I was afraid of the dark for a little bit. I don't know. Maybe just vulnerable? Was I vulnerable? because I had to step up. That wasn't the problem. No.
True.
No, yeah, it's true. It wasn't the problem. Can we share some space here, Inkblot? I think we can. It's like talking to it like it's an energy or entity. Okay. I'm going to apparently dive right in here to adding on some Tarot and Oracle. Like, see how, excuse if my nails are dirty or if I ink. See this like watercolor? And this is where I feel like I'm at now. And this is where I see the watercolor wizard. And this is, like I said, the gold and the yellow may not come through because, being on antique paper. But there is like this fountain of like even like gold wings being shared out and any of those golden tears. It's almost like, I'm going to say it, I'm coming into a golden era. And now I feel like I'm at the old school Golden Nugget Hotel in Vegas or something
Megan.
like that. Megan might mean something to you. I'm not really sure as well. Okay, so I have a bunch of cards coming out here and I will bring them up for you in a second. Okay. I have the world that came through, and I want to note that's like right here with that red.
I'm
See
coming.
it there? And it's almost that, yeah, it's like, I'm coming world. I'm coming now. Like, I'm stepping out. I'm reestablishing something about myself. And right beside that, or that came out hidden, sorry, is the Ace of Cups. And when I put in that Ace of Cups, let's do this. I want to plop it right in there. Do you see like how all that coloring matches? See if I get the lighting to work. There we go. And all that gold from Spirit, the dove, there's some sort of peace that's coming in. There's a wizard of awareness, or there's a wizard in spirit, a male presence stepping through in spirit. Something. The whole world is going to change. It's like peeling the globe apart into pieces. It's like I've been through certain eras. You know how they say like, oh, the age of Aquarius, this, that, or the other? I don't know what your sign is, and I don't know that that's necessarily the point. The point that I'm sensing is I've created the conditions through what I've gone through. And I know my clown, even when I see that character girl, and I don't know her name, but I believe it has some, or at least I'm making it up, some sort of resonance with the Joker, or a relationship gone wrong with the Joker, something along that lines. It's like that class clown feeling. So maybe that you were surrounded by those kind of characters at some point in time, or you enjoy laughing. Like, there's so many places to put it, but hopefully you can resonate, Michelle, one way or the other. So here's what also came through. If you want to take a snapshot, of course. The Queen of Wands, like this is like, I'm coming world, I'm coming on either side. And I'm going to use what was anger and transmute that into passion and power. But I feel like you have passion and power. Maybe it was in, the alchemy was really, really well utilized in certain aspects already. Do you know what I'm saying? And now it's like bringing it into this new age. I feel like you absolutely had to do some damage control with the 10 of Swords here as well. And it's like for a little bit, at least how I'm feeling, like, see, I was like dark. Like I had to, it's like I had to pull I don't know if there's like backstabbing or even self-inflicted hurtful thoughts, self-inflicted wounds. The Hangman came upright along with the Magician, but this is where I feel like if I was hung up on something over time through like the world clock is coming through. I don't know if you're international or something that you may do is international or online, and you're creating it all. Like through whatever the case it may be, you have collected everything, all the tools, but now it's like, okay, how do I put it together? So I'm seeing an episode from the show Community, and the students were in a place or in a class where I don't know if it was anthropology. That's what it was, anthropology. And I think Betty White was the character of the teacher. Anyway, so the point being was she handed them a box of all these different tools and say, make the most useful thing about it, right? Or one tool from all the different tools. And, everyone does their own thing. And inevitably she comes out and creates this, this is what you would do. That's where I feel like I'm at. I've gotten everything. Also something about window washing. I don't know if there's like a window washer around you, or you feel like you're being watched or exposed, or actually, if I wander down the other rabbit hole, I feel like very clean. My slate is clean. But then and now I suddenly want like that film that reflects out so people can't see in, but I can see out so I can enjoy my clean seeing. Does that make sense? That's fun. It's funny. Okay, sorry, I'm going to bring this down for me anyway to dig in a little farther. I feel like I've gone through something. I really want to know that the Ace of Cups with peace is at the top here. And that is like crowning this Inkblot. I also want to know, I'll be transparent. When I was doing your Inkblot, this is the first one I did. I put it aside and I'm like, maybe I'll do another one. I did another one, did another one, did another one, maybe up to 3. There is something about, and I'm just being very honest.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, love. We are here for Michelle if you have anything to add for her session or any inspirations. It's almost like I couldn't accept the first one for some reason. And that's unlike me. It's not unlike an artist, but you know what I mean? But I was like, and I knew as I kept dropping ink, and no, they still don't exist. Sorry. I was like, this can't be it. So I did another one and I would look at it and go, no, it's this one you're going to be reading. I'm like, that can't be it. Did another one. I'm like, no, it's still this one. For some reason, I couldn't admit this was it. I don't know why. So inevitably, I just accepted it because I'm like, oh, okay, I'm going to walk away as I typically do. And then I'm going to come back to this and I'll understand. And sure enough, when I came back to it this morning and I'm like, okay, we're going to, choose the cards and everything. I'm like, oh, it's making sense now. It was me having to get out of my own way of, or at least this is how it was for me. I had to get out of my own way of judging it as art. Art is supposed to look this way. Oh, it should look like this, or I would like it to look more like this. Whatever the case. And I don't know why I had that. So maybe I don't know if you're some sort of designer or architect, or that's kind of like your psychology. And you might be at this place where you have all these tools, but the finished product of, turning life around or turning the wheel or this new opportunity. It's like, I didn't think it would look like this. And it's like, but it does make sense. And inevitably when I step into it, I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful. I almost just had to be willing to just give myself credit and I don't know if you're hard on yourself or what, but I want to take a look at this. A Herald Horseman of Change. Like even Clown came in. Like, I don't know. You're fun. Herald Horseman of Change. And this is like that feeling like I'm taking off. True cowboy vibes. And that yellow ribbon may mean something to you if somebody has passed away. And the yellow ribbon, I don't know exactly what it means. But yeah. Dream Thief. Refusal of the Call 13 is stepping forward. So this is one of my favorite cards in this deck because it's so darn beautiful. And sorry if the lighting, you're probably used to it by now with me, but it's okay. So this is the whole point of my story, which I apologize that it's in your reading, but maybe it's meant to inspire. This card is one of the most beautiful cards in this deck to me. And it can be tough sometimes to admit that when the words have this, Dream Thief, refusal of the call. And sometimes like when I meet this card, I'm like, oh, Why? Why does it have to say that? Because this feels so fierce, but with all this coloring of like the celestial burn and yearn and the refusal of the call. It's just like, I refused the original Inkblot. I refuse to believe that my intuitive offering, my pieces that I may have had around me, weren't enough.
Morning.
And I had to mourn it until the morning. I hope that inspires, because that, I feel like, was just very revealing of my personal. But anyway, nonetheless, I see somebody wiping away tears under your eyes, the purest of tears, the purest of purification. I'm also seeing football or rugby. You know how they put those black, I think it's black anyway, or like charcoal or some sort of zinc under their eyes. I think it has something to do with reflections. I'm seeing that. I'm creating, okay, so this is obviously no, that's not it. Okay, thank you for going there. Because I'm in like the dark blue of the hues here. See if I can reshare this without completely. There we go. So I'm in here. I feel like this is what's here in the present, but here, like this is that whole perfume bottle, like the chemistry, the alchemy, you know, like it's like seeing how the sausage is made, or the very unappealing delicacies of creating a signature scent or a perfume. Yeah. So this is where I'm at. See, like the arms are out and this head feels like I feel kind of like a scuba diver. Actually, I'm going to look at your poker hand that came out. There she is. Willpower. Yep. Does that come through? Or am I just... Freedom. Protection. Oh, peace. Healing. And closure. Why does that feel so powerful? One sec. Willpower. Freedom. And now a red ribbon. I feel like I've been trained for something. Maybe you're used to being trained, being on a team or something along that lines. But this training I kind of had to go through on my own, do on my own. I feel like this is your daughter. The protection, like this world is your daughter. It's like your daughter and you. Queen of the world. Yeah, Queen of the world. Okay. Healing, peace, and closure. Has this been completed? Is this the... Okay. I'm feeling as though it is. And now that I'm walking in this...
Knife.
Path. Okay, closure and dream thief. I see how the colorings are quite the same of the cards, right? And I can feel a little lonely, as though I'm walking away from the light, possibly refusing a call, but I'm not. I'm walking towards integrating. I've actually come out of that. I've come out of that door, and now I'm in like a liminal hallway where going from, known to unknown to know again, but I'm going to know differently. I don't know if you were left, because I keep hearing hanging out to dry, like I was hung out to dry. I don't know what that means, or airing out dirty laundry or something like that. it's like I'm closing the door on not integrating. I don't know how else to say that, but that's how it feels, because that's where I'm at right now. I feel as though I have all the magician's tools, I've done things, and now I need to integrate. And that's the question. And I hear how. How do I integrate? Something about putting on, is there people around you, or maybe there's a part of yourself? I'll always try and bring it home first. But if they are externalized, reflection, again, I'm coming into those like football or things there, that don't want me to change. It's like your glow up me somehow reflects back to them their glow down. Does that make sense? Is that such a thing? Here for Michelle. Okay.
School.
Maybe you're thinking of, releases on the bottom. How do I integrate? You going to school, studying, writing it down, writing a book? Are you sharing? It's like having a support group for other people. Other students of self, other students of sacrifice, other students not necessarily being children, but other parents, other mothers, other fathers, other guardians, whatever the case may be. And I integrate by sharing. Even if it's sharing kindness. So I have here resilience, and unseen behind it is fruition, harvest. So interesting. When I look at those two cards, the resilience of carrying the burden and bundles on the back, and then coming into the mind of growing new fruits of the mind. And interesting that you say you can't understand, because I feel like that's kind of an inspiration that maybe you felt at some point in time, that, nobody can understand, but others may not. And there may be others out there that have the same thing. And I don't know what this thing is, this experience. It's almost like, going through pregnancy and all the different things that happen in those 9 months, which is, say, the common channel, the common ground, but everyone's experience is different. So it may not have to be pregnancy. It's whatever that is. The hurt, the healing, the separation, the divorce, the jobs, the careers, whatever those channels are. I feel like there are other people that have this commonality, but everyone has their own expression, but they just need a safe channel. It's like I'm seeing a church support group or something. I don't know what it is. I don't know if you're holding it, hosting it, or you've been to that. That is such a beautiful partnership. The resilience to carry on your back, and now bringing it into fruition to grow. And there's going to be another harvest of that. And when you harvest what's in your mind, your ideas, you might be, have to bundle them and carry them on your back for, again, just a little bit before you drop them off. Does that make sense? I feel like that was a weird way to say that. Focus and the path. Oh my goodness. I'm so used to the camera being over here. I'm still undecided if this angle is fun. It's not a double chin action, but that's okay. And then we have faith. See, there's something. Birthing something, whether it's you, an idea, a concept, your child, children, there's a faith I have. And that's why even like in your pre-things, church, religions, faith or something, I didn't want to get stuck on that, because it brought me as the bridge towards inevitably just faith in the earth, faith in the sky, the celestial blueprint of sorts, and peeling apart that world like an orange peel, and then I can lay it out. There's a path up somewhere about the moon. But it's like focus. I am going to say it. I know it's not necessarily enjoyed by a lot of people, but your intuition. So it could be your empath, because I'm still in here. I'm still in this perfume bottle, like how the sausage is made. I feel like all of this night, intuition, empathy, these are the channels. And I'm seeing it like in a meditative state, like
Is this yours?
sitting with the knees out. But my arms and heart are wide open. I am wide open to receive, to be vulnerable with the right. It's almost like some sort of communication to say, oh, we are focusing on the same transformation. Now, this is also moving through for me empathically, because where this head is like in one of those scuba diver things. The transformation's happening right here in the path of the moon. Moon just being any sort of intuitive subconscious nature. I kind of feel like meditation is a thing, like conscious meditation and grounding. And I know sometimes those can be very cheesy things to say, but they're so simple, they're profound. Maybe it's something that happens out in nature, and instead of, having these support systems or groups or whatever they may are, and even if I'm like way off the box, getting outside and sitting around a tree, maybe it's a drum circle, maybe it's a sharing circle, maybe it's a confidence building, like being at a camp. I don't know what this is. And I hope that somewhere you can place the essence of what I'm saying versus, you're like, I'm not a camp counselor. It's not what I'm saying. It's the essence of that. Because I'm seeing this, those candy necklaces.
Open.
And then you can eat them. That's what it kind of feels like. Like the benefits of having this circle, but it's like sweet treats. And it's like maybe getting outside of the typical box and going outside where there's more space to breathe. The lover, the judge, the ring, the prayer. Did I get it? And last but not least, the flame. Okay, I'm like right in here. Right in here. Are you a night owl? I need my Scrying. Hold on. She's a lady. I don't know what that is. Okay, I do know what that is. I can see it better through here, right there. I'm seeing that as your crone stepping forward, your crone energy, going from maiden, mother to crone. This is what's stepping forward. You've been asking for it. There's some sort of very, very gentle prayer that is up here that's being answered. The prayer, the Ace of Cups that's being answered. I noticed it before, some sort of judgment, this black and white, right or wrong, score, no score. I want love again. I want love again. I want a flame. I want my heart and a ring to come forward. If not already, I feel like a relationship. It's kind of like getting out of my own way again. Am I open or am I not? Maybe this is what the support group is. And you go, support group, it could be work. I don't know what, you know what I mean? It doesn't have to be a thing. Deciding, am I open to love? I do see a ring there, but then I see like this, am I? And then like that's where I'm telling myself I need to decide if I'm open to the experiences without putting myself in a box of how it once went, of knowing, trying to predict the feelings, like the river of the feelings, like how it's gonna go. And then it comes into Kairos, and there's that other river, right? but the eye in the eye. It's like meeting somebody, a partner, personal, professional, where you see differently. It's like the wizard and the witch, or it's just different.
False.
Somebody's going to have, false. Somebody's going to have blue eyes. Somebody's going to have brown eyes. I do kind of get the vibe, though, that somebody keeps an eye on you. I don't know what that is. And I also don't know if somebody would you might meet somebody or be talking to somebody like online or whatnot, and they would like have to cross water to see you. Like they would have maybe like a long distance relationship or something like that. Okay, so I'm coming like right down here in the Mothman, Batman, somebody in spirit. I feel like crows or ravens try and talk to you.
Doll.
Sorry, give me one moment here. Okay, thank you. Gorilla's on the bottom. Peace. You've had peace come up a few times. Strong peace, almost unmovable peace. Almost frightening how much peace it is. Are you going to go disturb a gorilla in peace? No, not a chance. You respect the peace. Respect the peace. Bison and elephant. Wolf. Hyena. And red-crowned crane. Okay, I'm down here. Your crone wants to step forward, a sort of wisdom. Say it's like the shift of acknowledging your wisdom. It's the shift of acknowledging, oh, I'm no longer, okay, say pick one, because I understand we know we're all teachers and students at the same time. It's saying in this regard, one regard of something, you're like moving up into the crone energy. So that liminal space is like moving from mother and maiden, very comfortable, unknown, like becoming a mother from maiden, unknown to known. And you go through that journey, and now the crone's stepping forward. This is a ritual through your family, and something's going to be carried on to your daughter, some sort of gift. And you are here to take the lead so that her memories will be positive about it when these things may come up for her. You will always oversee that and offer. See, even in that meditative state with the crossed legs.
Caution.
Yep. Anytime something comes up. Yep. Caution about the wolf. This is that somebody that kind of keeps an eye on you. I don't know what that is. And I put him on the bottom, or I kept him on the bottom. But the gorilla is with you. And when this wolf steps forward, maybe you sense it. Maybe it's purely energetic. I kind of go back to what I said intuitively as soon as I met the gorilla. Do you dare approach a gorilla in peace? No, you respect it. So there might have been some disrespect in some sort of relationship or resonance, job, personal, professional, this, that, or the other.
Right.
When it calls, you might have been bitten by it. That's what, you might have been bitten by this. And when it comes up and it sees that you're not afraid, but you're so calm and you carry on, calm and carry on. The hyena, there could be some sort of fear there. But this feels like this is what's being asked for you to stay in. I feel like I'm in somebody else's perception of you, which is really odd, because when I wander into your energy, I'm in the light. And this isn't about the light and the dark, like being afraid of my dark. But remember, at some point in time, I felt like I said, like I have a little fear of the dark all of a sudden. And this is the hyena came embodied and met you, one version of you, and then met the gorilla, like this whole little story. And I don't know if your light just attracts, like you've got the flame here. I don't know. I feel like just sometimes, it's like sometimes the sweetest people just attract a certain kind of person. I want loyalty in my love. I want loyalty in my love. And this Mothman, it's like I am no more dealing with foggy gray areas. And this isn't about a lack of compassion. This Mothman of saying, I'm Batman, I am protector, and you end up being a Mothman and it has a different lore. This feels like to me, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to figure it out, because if I'm going to step forward in any sort of loyalty, love, relationship, resonance, etc., if it lures me into fear or a threat, I'm going to notice, and I'm going to turn that dial back to my light. Where you're not alone. Like, again, there's a group there. There's other souls there. Okay, I'm going to flip it. Sorry, and I got to bring it in here. I got to bring it right in. Sorry, that might be very stark to stare at. Okay. I hope this is serving, Michelle. Truly, I hope this is serving. I feel like I'm learning a lot, to be honest with you. I feel like I'm learning a lot, and I'm feeling very deeply.
Nobody understands.
I feel like you have this empathic energy, this empathic emotion that it's like seeing fire turn into, seeing water turn into fire. That passion, that purity, that power. And it's like you can utilize the essence of fire element in water. Like, I think you're a lot more alchemical. And the prayer, total magician vibes. Okay, sorry, I got to get back to your Inkblot. Look at this. Like, there's a being down here, gold. But I'm going to come back up here, because now I feel like this is your shadow. I'm in the moon space. That's exactly where I'm at. I am in the moon space, and I am in the subconscious. If there's like a dark cloud that kind of follows me, if that's how I'm feeling, and there's starshine on the other side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spirits of change. These spirits are a current team. This could even be the support system that I'm seeing, if they're not tangible people. Because this is where I'm at. I'm good. How are you? Okay. Yep. Okay. I'm going in. There is a solution for every problem. There's that hangman feel again. Merge with the flow. You know what it makes me feel like is I'm going down everything in perfect balance. I feel like I'm going...
It's dark.
Yeah, it's dark here. It's okay. I feel as though I am on the ride in Willy Wonka or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and they go on that boat, and then all of like these stark images come through, and it's a little bit frightening. That's where I feel like I'm at when I travel down. Like, this is the dark of it, and all these images flash through. But then when I come out on the other side, I feel wonderful and I feel great. But it's almost as if that very small part of the movie doesn't, almost, it's like a weird thing, and it's, kind of interesting. It has a little spooky, has this edge, which I think edge is in your name. No, maybe I'm wrong. It has this edge to it, but it doesn't define the whole movie. The whole movie is a family movie. The whole movie is interesting, colorful, light, learning experience, and inevitably a wish come true. These are your cards that came through, and one came in hidden, Ubuntu, compassion for others. Panacea, there is a solution for every problem. I'm seeing another movie. No, it's a show. It's not Dances with Wolves. Raised by Wolves. And she can rise up, and something about her eyes. And I think she can like necromancy, something along that lines. But that it's the power feeling. Like I can rise up when called forward for compassion to others. But when I merge with the flow and merge with my subconscious, merge and sail. It's like being on a canoe on the deepest parts of the ocean. That's what that feels like. Through breaking out of the cage. Because she's in a cage there, if I recall. Freedom from that. You are not alone. I am here with you. Though we're far apart, you're always in my heart.
What happened?
Yeah. You are not alone. Something I'm seeing dolphins as well. I hear like grow again, grow again, grow again, grow again. And I'm like, okay, enough. Setback, seeker, and disappointment. There might have been something in your life that felt like a setback or seemingly set you back. If it was a death of somebody, a loved one, a companionship, relationship, romantic. Grow again, grow again, grow again. Okay, thank you, that's helpful. Okay, from the setbacks I seek, There's that wolf again and in the meditative state. See if I can do this without wolf, person in a meditative state. I think wolf might actually work to your favor. 5 of Worlds and 5 of Cups. Girl, I don't know what you have been through, but it really wasn't a setback. It was a catalyst into Crone energy.
I need to go.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for going here. Any disappointments are disappearing, but they're going to disappear with every step you decide to take. Your prayers are being heard because you're in the magician space. I have all the tools, now what? What can I do to seek outside of the setbacks and disappointments? Ecstasy, another Ace of Cups, 2 Ace of Cups. Seeing a cicada. The cycle of the cicada is done. Yep, I'm just going to leave that there. The cycle of the cicada is done. Okay, sorry, hold on 2 seconds. I'm seeing something I'm not sure I've seen before. I am seeing like a new energetic body being born. Yeah, and I'm going to say the solar light body as well here. Things take time. There's the swans. Where's the swan? Swan with all that gold. Starts with you first. You are your pearl
Leo
type thing. Yeah, Leo, love, strength, all that kind of good stuff. But this is like a new, it's like all of this, the shadow, it feels like your shadow aspect in many ways has been protecting you. I don't know if you like, you're like, yeah. Any sort of nightmares that you've had, any sort of, fears, I'm going to say, you've actually been your shadow aspect right up here has actually been protecting you from a lot of things, because I feel like you could like imagination could kind of run wild, and it really has been working and serving you. And that's also bringing me into that crow raven feel. Yep. 3 of Cups, art, and equanimity. Yeah, your shadow and your shine have actually been working. Magician is on the bottom once again. Like, seriously, double your pleasure, double your fun. It reminds me of the Double Mint commercial where they're twins. Because you've had a lot of twins in here. Ace of Cups twins, Magician twins, change. Sorry.
Mourning.
Maybe you have been mourning something, and maybe even mourning a loss of somebody quite specifically, especially if it was a marriage or a relationship, widowship. The sorrows that I've felt. But we have here, and if you want to take in that landscape, of course, because I'm like, all of it has been serving and been like filtering it down. Your subconscious, your shadow has been filtering so much. What I'm going to say is sorrow, but it has been filtering all the way down. So only the purest gets down to this new solar light body, to this empathic body, the emotional body, this new art form of opportunity, love, 3 of Cups, love, and the equanimity between any sort of relationships within oneself or with another. How do I accomplish? I keep hearing it, and it's like there is no answer. It's like the answer is embodying it and just starting by doing things that you love to do, starting keeping bees or learning. 10 of Cups. Find ways to inspire yourself first. And it's like in that, field of dreams, if you build it, they will come. Even if you're, in a job you don't like, start looking for one that may just be of interest, not out of this haste, but in this realizing it's a stepping stone. 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. You've also had 10 of Wands come up twice. Again, double. But your 10 of Cups is here. And all of that gold and all of your silver sprites. So yeah. And we had double 5s. Double 5s. Double 10s. Actually, triple 10s. I can't find it. It is in there. Oops, now I'm just dropping things. It's being ridiculous. Okay. Any more closing out? It's going to be a lot softer in any burdens of being in a human body moving forward. Justice, the Queen of Pentacles. 4 of Wands, happily ever after. King of Wands. And this King of Wands is actually in the female energy. On the bottom, oh my goodness, please, triple Magician. Triple 10s. Oh my God. Michelle. I'm excited for you. Like, again, even if you just want to talk, like, I feel like it's one of those things, like, reach out and say, hey, Instagram message, DM or something. I love it because your King of Wands, even in the female, again, I feel like I'm talking to the subconscious, really has been serving something, serving passion, purifying.
Pisces.
I don't know how else to say it. Maybe it's going to be a Pisces coming into your life. Again, I have no idea if this is personal or professional. Maybe it's just something that's driving you, getting your blood going. But it also brings in that, I don't think it shows through at the lighting. There's a red ribbon that I was talking about earlier. And there could be somebody that you were tied to that took away freedom. And then there's somebody that's going to come in and enhance your freedom. 2 of Crystals, the Magician. Justice, this is you. This is you. Equanimity between the male and female aspects of I do feel like you're very balanced in that regard. Again, this whole time I could be just talking about or feeling anyway that I'm talking about aspects of myself in this harmony that of change. And but it is changing, but it's almost like I want it to go a little faster. I want it to be clearer. But because like there's this flooding, like, British system and this piping, it's a little bit of a process. But I'm hearing like, don't wait for it to be done, to look perfect, or to judge a book by its cover, or I thought it would look this way, I thought freedom would feel this way, or when I decided I was, ready, it, just everything would look or feel a certain way. And I feel like there's something in that, of shoulda, woulda, coulda, the should be's, and that's not happening. Just going back all the way back to the beginning of the Inkblot, even how I felt. And I'm like, oh, I just need to change that and kind of enjoy where it's at now, because it's going to grow and grow again, grow and grow again. And your burdens are going to become very, very light, because whatever it is that you've been through, please trust, know, believe within the self, justice is done. Harmony, happily ever after is there. Happily ever after is there, because you are stepping into the conditions that continuously create that. I'm not going to sit back because it doesn't look a certain way. No, I'm going to take a step forward. I'm going to go to my favorite coffee shop because that brings me joy. Please don't beat up on yourself. If there's wolves around you, I do hope that they also know that you have like a pack of gorillas around you. So mindful. Justice has been done. 2 of crystals. It's all evening out. All right. I'm going to, Michelle, start adding on a smudge because I feel like I've already yammered on. Did I forget the flamage? Possibly. Okay. Please give me one moment. I will be right back. All right. I'm back. I had to get some flame. So whenever you're ready, Michelle, if you would like to be seated, if you're not already, close the eyes, relax, whatever feels good. If you'd like to take a moment, take a deep breath, release any sort of tension in the shoulders, teeth, tongue, nose, eyes, brows, and truly settling in, whether you're laying down, seated, wherever the case may be, wherever you are. Welcoming and inviting my energy to step in about 3 feet from your energetic body. You feel my presence step in. Kneel down in honor and respect and reciprocity of where you've been and where you're going. To clear out the debris in the front body of the personalities, the masks we have worn to survive, the masks we put on to thrive. The personalities that we have that flourish and shine for ourselves and others, including boundaries, being tough and tall, soft and strong. It is here, Michelle, that you feel my energy become seated, cross-legged, as you close your eyes and welcoming the smudge and the sage to wander through, feeling it wander through every hair follicle, every cell, every skin that has fallen in honor, creating the ash that we let go. And allowing that smudge to move through the hair, the skin, the spaces between the side body, where we might have felt around the knees and the ankles, where we might have been bound at some point in time, in the belly, the healing where it's all beginning, and the solar body is beginning to light up and working with the lightest of emotions and ease. And ease. You feel my energy retreat, pulling back towards the belly button, the silver cord. It rises up and stands and walks around the right side and comes to your back body. kneeling down in honor and respect of where you've been, past lives currently happening in the present, to hurts that have happened a minute ago, to a mile ago, to a million miles ago, and they still exist in the mind in the here and now, in the present day. We honor you and we release you. We have felt the strength of the softness to embody the subconscious seeds that have been protecting us. The dark cloud that we thought may have carried us is actually protecting us. And we claim here and now that we understand, and we will remind our shadow self, the part of us that we may have at the back, that you are important, you are loved, and you are valuable to the whole expression moving forward into this Crone energy. Thank you for your service. You feel me kneel down, sitting cross-legged, and the sage and the smoke coming from the back body, moving through the back of the head, back of the neck of things that weren't said, through the spine of the Kundalini rising of the energy, through any sort of frequency of faith we have, that we might feel guilt, resentments, that we had lost faith, lost loved ones, knowing that love has never been lost. It was recalibrating for more to tune into. And you can smell the sage wafting through into the front body. As I begin to stand up, you sense my energy stand and walk around through the left side and returning back to where I started. And I sit cross-legged in front of you, knees to knees, root to root, heart to heart, crown to crown. And together we sit. We breathe in unison, reminding ourselves that we truly are never alone, reaching out, holding hands, feeling camaraderie amongst the collective chaos, the creativity, the choices, the consequences, and knowing through earnest connections they are the support circles all around us. They are embodied in different people, places, and things, and we welcome them when they feel fitting. And we can truly sit here in a state of surrender, of openness, shadow and shine, subconscious and conscious, psyche and psychic senses, all of it coming forward to communicate, not in words, perhaps in feelings, frequencies, and vibes, but overall as one. You feel a slight release from my hands and bring palms together in front of the heart. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being here, for being my muse. And I look forward to chatting with you one day soon.